Hi, Mama T here, and we are in a very crazy time right now. We've got people marching on the streets, and we're still in a global pandemic. And the plant that came forward that wanted to really help everybody is licorice. Now, this is not licorice that's responsible for like black licorice, like the candy. That's actually anise, is that flavor that's in that. I don't really know why that candy is even called licorice, because real licorice, Glycyrrhiza glabra, this is actually 50 times sweeter than sugar. It's like super duper sweet. So this is the harmonizing plant. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is the plant that is used in almost every single blend that's ever made, because it takes all of those other plants and it helps them work together better. So at this point in time, right now, I wanted to take an herb that if it can do this in your body and it can take all 12 of your meridians and work with all of them and unite them all, I'm hoping that it can take all of us and help us work better together and unite us all. So this is a plant that I'm going to talk about its emotional properties first, because that's why it came to the forefront. This is comforting for people who have been outcasts from society, people who may have lost family. This can heal spiritual energies that may still be present in present-day slavery. This supports those who feel trapped and wish to turn their lives around. Licorice heals grievances that surround, past life experiences, past trauma. Licorice is a plant that offers resolution. This is very appropriate for those who have been emotionally or physically wounded in war. In fact, it actually offers peace to veterans who may have suffered a physical loss. That's some of what it can do emotionally and a tad bit of what it can do internally, but I also want to talk about why it's appropriate right now. There is a chemical constituent in licorice called glycorrhizin, which actually mimics cortisol. Now, cortisol is released in your adrenal glands, especially when you're under extreme stress, trauma. If you're even having like a PTSD moment, it's gonna come up. And if you are afraid, it just like pumps out cortisol like crazy. So we don't want that, because then you go through adrenal burnout and fatigue and you feel really awful. So since licorice has a constituent that mimics cortisol, it actually helps to calm and soothe your stress levels. So this is something that you could even take with you on your marches to help calm and soothe your stress. And it's actually going to protect you in an immune fashion as well, because this plant is also antiviral. So this is a perfect thing to take with you, because yes, we want to march, and yes, we also don't really want to catch this thing that's maybe out there. Another thing that licorice is really famous for is being a demulcent, which means that it calms and soothes your entire internal system. How I would take it is I would chew on it. Just right now, I'm getting all the benefits just by chewing on it like this, and oh my gosh, it's so sweet. So you can chew on it, you can put it in a tea, you can put it in a tincture, you can put it in a capsule. There are so many wonderful ways of taking this plant. And it's really affordable. And yes, this plant does way more than what I said about it, but this is what I want you to know right now in this time period. This plant is here for you if you want it, to help you stay healthy and happy, both inside, outside, spiritually, and physically.